How to believe or have faith in something that you cannot see. And I know for people my age, older, younger, that's a hard thing if we can't tangibly see it in front of us, or we can't physically grab it. It's just hard for us to believe like in something like that. And I was asking a question like I was made the statement how to believe or have faith in someone you can't see. But then I had to ask myself the question, why do I believe what I believe? So I wrote me some notes down so I can stay on track. So you see me like looking down, that's just me like just like reading my notes. But I'm gonna still like just like ad lib and just do whatever yada yada, you know what I'm saying? So the reason why I believe what I believe, or why I believe in God, is because it gives me a sense of security, something that I can fall back on when times are hard. Like my faith feeds my hope, and my hope keeps the inspiration that I get from God alive. Like it's it's a real big thing for me, like especially when I go through life and I've had times of like just complete and utter like sadness, and just I was just like overwhelmed, like literally overwhelmed with just life. And my belief in my faith really took me over that hump, over that depression, over what I was facing, because like I fell back on like that there's the higher being that's looking out for me. There's a higher being that has my best interest at heart and in mind. Like oftentimes, a lot of times, like we like when you I say like this, when you get married, you have like you get married to somebody and you put your faith and your trust in this person, and you're hoping and praying that they stay loyal to you throughout the marriage, that they stay faithful to you, that they love you. But you really, in actuality, do not know. You don't know what they're going to choose to do 5 years down the road. You don't know what they're going to choose to do 6 years down the road. You don't know what the next year holds. You're just hoping and trusting that the vows that they said on their wedding day will hold some weight in your life. You're hoping that what they said really meant something to them, because it meant something to you. But what matters in the end is if it really meant something to them, is what if what they said was really what they meant. And we put our faith and trust in stuff like that all the time. Hesitate in believing in God is because they what? They fear the unknown. They fear the uncertainty. That's the same thing with marriage. You're going into it like blindly, like I said, blindly hoping that it'll turn out, blindly hoping that it'll be all that you hope it would be. You're going into basically you're going into the unknown, trusting and putting your faith and hope in a person. And it's the same thing with God. You're just going into the unknown, hoping and trusting that He has your best interest at heart. He has your best interest in mind. Like I said, even with you going into a job, you hesitate taking the job. Like say you're on your job and you get another job offer within your job where you work to go to another level or do something different. And you fear that because you don't know what's going to come of it. You don't know how it's going to turn out. You don't know if it's going to turn your life upside down. You don't know if it's going to bless your life or help your life or put your life in distress. You don't know if it's going to be good for you and your family. You don't know if it's going to tear you and your family apart or bring you and your family. You don't know what it's going to do. But you take the job offer and it turns out to be 10 times better than you thought it would be. It turns out to be the best thing. It turns out to be 10 times better than you thought it would be. It turns out to be the best thing for you for the long haul. Same way with God. He's the best thing for you for the long haul. Because I've always said I'd rather go through life with God than go through life without God. Because many times we go through life, and a lot of times, if you don't have your hope or your faith to fall back on, it's not so easy to get up every time. Because in life, you will face some things that will literally knock you to your knees, that will knock the wind out of you, will take just your feet literally from under you and will plant your face flat on the ground. And if you don't have nothing to fall back on, to pick you back up, to bring you back centered, to ease your mind, to ease the stress and the chaos of life, you will almost like, in a sense, lose your mind. Like, there's been so many times in my life where I just didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but I believed that God was going to do it. I've had so many encounters with God, and I've had so many instances where I know that only God could do it. There's been so many times in my life where, yeah, my parents are there, yeah, they love me, yeah, my church family's there, but I just need God. I need God because He understands. He's been there. Like, so many people's like, how do you? I just believe that He's been there, because it says in the Word, it says in the Bible that He was touched with every feeling of every infirmity, that he was tempted such as we. So that means everything that I've been through, that I'm gonna go through, He's already been there. He's already been there. He's already been there. He's already felt it. He's already seen it. He's already heard it. He's already come through it. And He's come through on the other side. So when you step into the unknown, you lose that sense of control. And many people like to have control of their lives. So when you put your faith and your trust in God, you lose that what? You lose that sense of control. Now you're going into the unknown blindly. You're going into the unknown, not knowing how it's going to come out, not knowing how it's going to turn out, but you're believing and you're having faith and you're having trust that you will come out, that it will be okay, that what you're going through or what you've been through or just in general, like, it's going to be okay. It takes time for us to like really understand the unknown. It takes time for us to really get that sense of security that we need. Like I said, for me, like, it gives me a sense of security, like that somebody has my best interest, like somebody cares enough about me more than I care about myself. Somebody's looking out for me. Somebody's taking care of me. Somebody's caring enough about me to make sure I'm okay, to make sure I have what I need. My parents did the same thing. Now, God is just on a greater scale. He's on a higher scale above our parents. Like, we trusted our parents for all those years, and they did the best they could, or those that took care of us, whoever you took care of, your grandma, your parents, your uncle, whoever took care of you, they did the best they could. And then God's gonna come along and He's gonna do the best He can and then some. Because there's a song say you can't be God-given. The more you give, the more He'll give to you. God will take care of you. That is a guarantee that I can guarantee, because there's been so many times, like, I'll do a story time later of so many things that God has done in my life, but God will take care of you. Don't miss out on your full potential because you choose not to believe.